Hi guys, thank you for joining our podcast with the Mer Life Marketing Group. Today we are going to have a conversation with the wonderful Alewis in regards to our acquisitions and our tuck-in opportunities. I hope you stay tuned and enjoy what we have for you. Hi Alex.
Hi Melissa.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am excellent. Thank you so much for doing this with us today.
Of course. I'm excited to speak with you.
Oh, this is awesome. All right, so let's just dive in. So we're going to talk about our acquisitions, our teams, what we do at AmeriLife. So let's just start off with, what is a tuck-in?
Great question. I get this question a lot because we have talked a lot about tuck-in strategy this year. So we have done, in the past 5 years, over 75 acquisitions.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been really busy. But we call them partnerships because that's what we sort of see them as. These are, our affiliate partners. We bring them on. We want them to stay for the long haul. They retain some equity. But we've done such a great job that now we are going after, our downlines and trying to keep them before our competitors can get to them. So we call that our tuck-in strategy. So what we do in that case is, if you think about AmeriLife Marketing Group, so you all would basically be a part of the acquisition. So you would talk to one of your downlines, and then if they come on board, AMG, AmeriLife Marketing Group, would have a piece of the ownership as well as AmeriLife. Now the benefit there, to AmeriLife Marketing Group of having the tuck-in is you're growing your revenue, you're growing your earnings, but also there's the mutual benefit, there's the cross-selling opportunity. For the tuck-in, there's the opportunity for them to take advantage of all the great infrastructure that you, Nick, and Doug have in place. So if you think about a tuck-in, I would say just think about that as a downline agency where the affiliate is going to play a leadership role in sort of helping that group grow.
Okay, awesome. And what does AmeriLife look for in their partners when it comes to the acquisitions or tuck-in opportunities?
Yeah, that's a great question. Because for us, it's all about culture and core values. And we really mean that. Obviously, when you're in acquisitions, you're doing a partnership, the financial terms are key, right? We want to grow this company. We want to give our shareholders their value. But it really does come down to the core values of that leader. Is it someone that you want to interact with, on a daily basis? Do you want to have quarterly operating reviews with that person? Are they going to be an integral member of the team? And do they feel the same way about us? You want them to be excited about partnering with us and our leadership team. So we look for leaders that fit our culture, who can contribute to the whole. A lot of our leaders that we've brought on through acquisitions have taken a larger role at corporate, which I think is a great testament to the types of talent we have coming on. So we're looking for great leaders. We want them to have a succession plan in place or some sort of really strong bench strength on their team. We want them to stay on for a period of time to continue to grow the business. For all of our groups, we have a 15% sort of year over year growth rate requirement. So we want motivated, business owners that want to see their business continue to grow. And then of course we want these businesses to be in our core focus areas.
Okay, awesome. And then how would an agency go about starting that conversation with AmeriLife and entering an acquisition partnership or tuck-in opportunity? What would you recommend an agent do that might be interested in joining a partnership with AmeriLife?
Yeah, well, I'll say one, I'm excited for anyone who wants to discuss, even if it's exploratory. But honestly, it's really easy to get started. I think that acquisitions can sound very complicated, but our process, sort of upfront, making the intro, is very simple. So I would say, if an agency owner is interested in chatting, speak to, you, for example, speak to their marketer, speak to the principal, of that affiliate. They can contact me directly, Alewis at AmeriLife.com. And what we'll do is we'll set up a 30-minute intro call. If it was someone who had reached out to you, you'd be on the phone, I'd be on the phone, the interested party would be on there, and we would just chat. Let's learn more about, your agency, your product line, your growth, what you want out of a partnership. Let's talk about those things, and then from there we do an initial information request, get more financial information, and we put together a proposal. And then, assuming the group is happy with the terms of the proposal, then we move forward with sort of our more robust, diligence process.
Okay, and what would you say is the average time frame from beginning of initial conversation to sealed the deal, acquisition's done, signed on the dotted line? Is there like an average time an agent could expect that to go, or does it vary by different groups and maybe the size of the organization or agency? It varies, I would assume. Or,
yeah,
okay.
It definitely varies. Good intuition. Type A me would love to give an exact timeline, but also a lot of the times we're really on a seller's timeline. We ask an agency owner, the seller, to get us information as promptly as possible. But a lot of times they're busy running their business and sort of doing this on top of that. And coordinating with their accountant and attorney and all that. So I would say, I'll break it down. For us to get a proposal together, assuming we have all the information, 3 to 4 week process. Once we have a letter of intent in place, we say our standard diligence is 90 days. We can perform a 90-day diligence. It's more so, do we get the data in time?
Yeah.
Is there a big 3-week carrier trip, with some downtime?
A lot of moving parts to put it together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once we get to close, we have our integration process. So bringing that partner onto all of our, great platforms that we have. And that's typically, 120 days. But that's after close. So at that point, they're definitely a part of the AmeriLife family.
Awesome. Now, kind of like a left field question, what is your favorite part about working in our acquisitions team?
Ooh, okay, there are so many favorite parts. One, I love our team. I think it's a great team for sellers to interact with. I think our team makes everyone feel really comfortable, is really clear in what the requests are, creates excitement about the partnership. I absolutely love working with the distribution team too, just because it's a great education, on sort of like different product lines that we see, different sort of distribution models. And then, this is in no particular order, but I would also say just sort of meeting all of these like entrepreneurs and business owners and hearing their story. And what's amazing is you see like a lot of times it's a family business, they worked there for 20, or they've grown it 25 or 30 years. And now it's like this amazing opportunity, to obviously.
The fruits of their labor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a huge financial reward. They still get to stay on. We have a succession plan in place for them. So it's amazing, to kind of see, what a deal can mean, for them in terms of, their finances and also, what we do, retirement planning, right?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you been with AmeriLife?
I have been with AmeriLife for 2.5 amazing years, and hopefully many more.
Yes, of course. And how long have you been with the acquisitions team, and when did that transition start?
So at the beginning of this year in January, so I've been on the team for a little over 7 months now, so enough to be dangerous.
And what team were you on prior to that?
So prior to that, I had the privilege of working for Scott Perry, our CEO, as his chief of staff, which was really excellent to get sort of like a broad understanding of the business. And it's been a great transition to now going where a lot of the action is.
Awesome. And maybe just a closing question that might be good is, what advice would you give to any agents, agency owners that are interested in, jumping into conversations and acquisition, but may feel very overwhelmed about the process at hand? Do you have any advice that you could offer them to kind of ease them in their worries and concerns a little bit about the journey that going through an acquisition really takes?
Yeah, no, I love that question. I would just say, look at sort of our track record. I mean, we have done partnerships with groups of all sizes, sole proprietors who are sort of, going through the acquisition. They're the ones pulling together all the information. Our team, will work with you, walk you through what you need. There's no such thing as like a dumb question. We'll walk you through that. And I would say, my biggest piece of advice is, unless you kick off the process, you kind of don't know what you're missing out on. So in my mind, it's worth having an exploratory call, providing some information just to see, what your agency, what your business could be worth. It can't hurt.
It's just a convo.
Yeah, exactly. You never know if that proposal is going to come back and, sort of blow your mind. Or, maybe it's not, but you're going to at least see, okay, over the next few years, what should I do to be in a place where I could have a really successful acquisition, partnership. So I would just say, get the ball rolling. Our team is, I'm happy to talk to anyone. Our team is happy to talk to anyone.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time and just a deeper insight on acquisitions and what agents can expect and really the whole process of it all. So I really appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Alex.